Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari. And today I want to read for you a beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna emphasizes an important point of the whole path of yoga as explained in Bhagavad Gita, which is to be yourself. And we're going to be seeing what Krishna means by that. So let's read the verse first in Sanskrit, the translation, and then we'll get into explaining it, okay? So this is verse 333, this is the 33rd verse of the 3rd chapter. And it reads like this. sadṛśaṁ ceṣṭate svasyāḥ prakriti jñānavān prakṛtiṁ yānti bhūtāni nigrahaḥ kariṣyati. Every being within matter has a specific prakriti, a body type that must be expressed. No amount of knowledge can change this intrinsic genetic structure. What then will one gain by fighting against their unique material nature? And this is a translation from the book, The Bhagavad Gita Comes Alive by Jeffrey Armstrong. So, very interesting translation. So here we go. Every being within matter, every being that's born, we're talking about beings that are born here on Earth, in the universe, because they talk about beings in other planets as well. So everyone who's born, so we're talking about incarnating. When you're born, you have a specific, the word here used is prakriti, a specific material nature to that birth. You have a specific nature that you have. Now, no amount of knowledge, so Krishna says, look, all the jñānavān, you can have all the knowledge, full of knowledge, whatever knowledge you acquire, won't change your nature. So, you can't go against the nature you're born with, no matter what knowledge you cultivate. So, Krishna says, what will one gain by fighting against their unique material nature? So very important point here. What's Krishna talking about? Well, as you've seen, we talk about, if you've been around the channel for a while here, major topic of this channel, of the 3T path, of the Bhagavad Gita, is Dharma. Now, Dharma means that you're fulfilling your role. Dharma is an interesting, because when we talk about in Western philosophy, we talk about just ethics and morals, and sometimes it gets a little confusing because it's a general topic. But Dharma is interesting because Dharma is not just about doing the right thing, what's best, what's correct, what should be done, but it's what should be done according to who you are. So Dharma has this interesting concept of living your true nature, being yourself according to who you are. What should you do in that situation? That same situation, another person might have a completely different action required from them. Two people, same situation, but completely different responses are required. Because Dharma is about your nature, about who you are. So to be able to live a life of Dharma, which is what Krishna is asking you to do, as a basis for your spiritual life, to live that life of Dharma, you have to know who you are. You have to have this self-knowledge, this self-understanding. Now, in a video I posted just 2 weeks ago, we talked about this knowing who you are, 3 ways you can know who you are. You should check that out if you haven't seen it. But so you have to understand who you are, because when you say, what's the point of finding your nature? A person might think, oh, so I'm just going to do whatever I want, right? Whatever I want, that's my nature. But no, it's not like foolish thoughts going through your mind isn't what Krishna's talking about. He's not talking about like, don't fight anything, if you want to just, do drugs, do drugs. Oh, I want to eat so much cake. Go ahead, don't fight your nature. No, that's not what Krishna is saying at all. Okay, it's not about just whatever you feel like doing. No, we have, foolish desires and we have our true nature. So we're talking about finding our true nature and then living according to that true nature. Now, one of the things you need to live according to your nature is you need to know yourself. And to need to know yourself, you need to have a clear mind. And that's why you'll see in Bhagavad Gita, you'll see in other texts, this relationship between living your Dharma, the whole point of like understanding Dharma, and this life, what they call life in sattva, a life where you have certain habits, lifestyles that you've chosen, which make your mind clear. So, living in sattva guna, a huge topic of Bhagavad Gita. In my book, The 3T Path, I talk about lifestyle, habits you have to create. Everything, and it's a lot of stuff, and but it's stuff like maintaining cleanliness, a good diet, taking care of your body, this kind of like these different, not doing any kind of drugs, so these things, these behaviors, they give you more clarity of mind. A lot of people who transition from a meat diet, a carnivorous diet, to a plant-based diet, or at least a lacto-vegetarian diet, a lot of people who do that, they describe the sensation of a better, clearer mind. You think better, everything is, you have that experience. A lot of people experience that. If you haven't done the change, and you can do it, and you can observe the clarity of your mind. So you need mental clarity, you need sattva to develop that kind of clearer mind with less noise, so you can perceive and see who you are, what your true nature is. Of course, meditation and introspection are very important too. When you meditate, when you stop, just even if you're just doing basic, focus on your breath meditation, you just close your eyes and you settle down and you just observing your breathing. But even by doing that, at least you're doing introspection. You're looking inside, and you start getting a feel of who you are. You get to know yourself better. Or you can just, really just sit in silence and explore yourself. Just sit there and just, listen to your mind, listen to what's going on. Become the observer of your thoughts and emotions. It's a very important thing in yoga. You become the observer of because the thoughts aren't you, the emotions aren't you. You are the observer of those thoughts and emotions. So that allows you to get to know better who you are, understand this prakriti, this nature of yours, so you can then live your dharma, svabhava. Krishna uses this word in the Bhagavad Gita, not in this verse, but he's going to use it in the verse around this one. Svabhava, so then you can live your own nature. Of course, specifically here, what's going on is that Arjuna doesn't want to fight. Arjuna is in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He doesn't want to fight. And Krishna is explaining, look, it's your dharma, and it's your dharma because it's your nature. You're a fighter, but Arjuna was this amazing fighter. He was the world's most famous fighter, So he's like, this is your nature. This is what you do. It's not my nature, maybe not your nature, but hey, this is your nature, Arjuna. You're a fighter, so you can't just like walk away from your calling. That's just your calling. That's who you are. So you have to do it. So that's what it's all about. So I hope that helps you. So you can live yourself, live your own life, live your own dharmas, understand yourself, so you can be faithful to yourself and not fight against who you are. Hope that helps, and have the rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love. Hare Krishna.